Good morning, Rochelle. I hope I've said your name right. It's a little different and a little unusual, so always sometimes I say it the way it looks like it should be said and I'm completely wrong. So hopefully it's Rochelle. You would like a reading on career and direction, so I'm here to give you your reading this morning. I'm just thinking and talking to you while I get your energy into the cards. Now, I read a little differently when I do a personal reading. Oh, that's very nice. You've got the Magician turning over there. Because I lay the cards out a little bit quicker than I do in the YouTube readings. And then I do, because I have more energies coming through that I can relate to you then. So we'll lay the cards out a little bit quicker, and then I'll spend a little bit more time going through the energies. Your reading generally will be between 10 and 15 minutes, but I give you what I get through in that time. So career and direction. I guess you're looking for some sort of life purpose. I'll just give you all the thoughts and feelings, and then you have your chance to fire questions at me if you get confused or you need some verification. Validation's the word I'm looking for. Okay, we're ready. Okay, now when this cup comes up, it looks like you've got an offer here. Now, I'm not sure, you didn't give me a lot of information. It could be that you've left school and you've got an offer to go to university. It could be that you have an offer of a job. This is only a very small offer, so it may be right at the beginning of a career or direction you want to go in, but there's some sort of offer coming in here that gives you an opportunity. It's a good opportunity because I know that, because it's a cup, which means whatever this is, it's something you like to do. I don't know if the fish has significance here. It could be that you're a Pisces person, because sometimes that happens. But it also could be, you know, you would say marine biologist, something like that. So let's just roll with that for a moment. Okay, so direction. So it looks like you're a little stuck at the moment. You've been looking for some enlightenment on which way to go. And that's okay, because sometimes when we have to choose a path in life, it does take time for us to go out and have a think about what it is we want. But I feel like you've sort of got a direction here, because there's some enlightenment here. So something is taking you in a direction that you want to go in, because it's shining for you here. Okay, now the card of balance. You're probably trying to work out whether you want to do something because it brings in more money for you, or whether you want to do something else because it gives you what you want. But there's definitely this seeking of balance here. You know, it's really funny. It brings to mind when I first started studying, and I really loved sociology. And I kept thinking the problem with sociology is it's not the best career if you want to make money from it. So I scorned it a little bit and went in a completely different direction. And I've never been really sure whether I did the right thing or not. And I feel like here you're trying to work that out. Okay, so you have become a little bit sort of, how would you say? It's like you've walled yourself up a little bit. There's definitely a feeling here like you wanted to do something and you haven't had the opportunity. Or you want to do something but you're not sure. So you could be wanting to do acting, for example, which is a great career but may take you many years to get off the ground. You know, something to do with art where, you know, most artists don't become famous until they're after they're dead. So it's sort of like you're looking at, it feels to me like you're looking at what will bring me in the money, where can I use my skills, and how do I move forward here. There's definitely a very, very strong feeling of craft or artistry. I don't think you're looking at a mainstream career here. Okay, so there is something coming in for you, but it's very slow because you haven't made your mind up here. You are waiting your time here to make sure you take the right direction. Whatever it is coming in for you is very, very slow. Very slow. You've worked a long time. You've honed your craft here. You've definitely done something in the past that you've got to a really good point that you're comfortable with here. Not quite sure what it is yet. Okay, and obviously overwhelmed. It could be that you are either in a position now where you are working in a job you don't like. I feel like maybe you're in hospitality or something and you're just not liking it and you want to do something new with your life. But what I'm feeling here is whatever you're currently doing, you've had enough of it. You've really come to the end of your path with that. And here's you standing your ground now. So this is about, you know, deciding to live in your truth, follow your passion, follow your heart here. And you're the king. So you're really in this place now where it's like, let me go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to cut out what I'm doing. I'm ready to move forward. Okay, so still balancing out, still trying to look at which direction to go in. I want to move because I can feel the energies coming through. You've definitely got offers coming in here and you've got more than one offer. So I don't know what is going on. And sunshine at the end, which is really beautiful. And I will put some more cards on that as we're going. I'm just going to move these up a little bit. Okay, I feel after doing these that you are very, very good with people. You may not necessarily like being around people all the time. You may be a person who really likes their quiet space. So it's like you're trying to find a job. You want to be working with people, but you also want to have some sort of independence in that. I don't feel you're very good if you're being micromanaged, and I think that's what's happening to you at the moment. You're either in a job where you're being overmanaged or you're in a period where you haven't been working and you're overthinking this. Now, I feel like you've studied something. There was something here in your past that you were really, really keen on doing. You really wanted to do this thing, but you couldn't get a start with it. And for some unknown reason, photography comes to mind, so I have no idea why I'm getting photography here. It could be that it was a media thing, I'm not really sure, but something you've had in your past you were really, really keen on doing, but you couldn't get a break. And I feel like you've either taken up small jobs or doing small things because you don't know what direction to go in. But what the universe is saying here is you just have to balance it out. And sometimes when you're doing that and going inside to have a look at which direction to go in, it's a really, really good idea to actually name what skills you have. It could be that you choose to go back and study. I can't see any cards of studying here. So it really makes me feel like you've already got the talents you need. The sun at the end says to me you're on the right track. I have at least 3 things here which talk about you following passion. I have 3 things here that tell me you're being offered something and you're moving towards it. So the offers may not have come in yet because they're slow moving and you may have to hone your craft. So there's something about honing your craft here. It definitely feels arty or crafty. It feels like either you are going into some sort of natural therapy. I can't see anything about, massage or anything that is contact. It's more the art and craft side. So maybe something to do with making things, putting things together. For some unknown reason, there's this strong feel of, and I don't know, we're doing it completely from scratch here and I don't really have your energy to tune into. But I have a strong feeling of cameras, I'll get some more cards. Something to do with photographs, pictures. It could be that you're looking to advertise. Maybe that's what it is here. Maybe it's that you're trying to find some way of advertising some sort of business here. You know, it could be that you have a hobby business. That's maybe what it is. Maybe you have a hobby you do and you're looking to make it a full-time career. Because it feels like to me like you already have this skill here. Definitely on the right track though. Okay. You've got the Two of Cups coming out here. So this can mean a number of things too. Could be that you're looking for someone to support your business, or you're looking to go into a venture with someone. Very, very much the feeling of partnership here. Rightio. So something's really troubling you about it. It definitely feels even more arty now I've gone here. I've got something from the past. I've got a King of Cups. I have got two cards that tell me it's something that you've already studied or something you already love that's really dear to you and you can't get it off the ground. You feel like you've tried every possible way to do this and it's just not happening for you. But I can tell you, you have to keep going because you've got the sunshine here, which says to me, we'll be successful. So let me tell you about my business. Because I've been doing this a very, very long time and always wanted to make it. I've tried everything and finally YouTube was the thing. And maybe that's why we've got cameras here. Maybe it's something that you need to do in that regard. But definitely something that you want to, there's a brand new start here for you after a period of transformation. Okay, and you speaking your truth. You've got to follow your heart here, Rochelle. You've got to follow your heart. Spirit is saying you cannot go back to doing waitressing or whatever it is you've been doing. You've been doing something to bring in money. It's not right for you. You know what's right for you. You've just got to follow it. It may be hard, but you need to set your sights on how to move forward with this. Because you have, trust your intuition. Because there's definitely something coming in for you. And look at you moving forward with speed here. So definitely moving in the right direction without any doubt whatsoever. But you have to follow your heart and your thinking. You have to get here. You have to get both your heart and your head in line with one another. You're thinking too much and not trusting this intuition that's here. Okay, so it's like you already have this skill. You want to get it off the ground. You're looking for some sort of mastering of it, some sort of partnership, or someone to reinforce you, someone to back you here. I have a strong feeling it's about something to do with art and craft. For some unknown reason, it's something to do with the advertising of it or understanding which direction to go in. I kept thinking it might be the esoterical arts, but I have no cards here that talk about being a psychic or doing the sort of work like this. I can't see that, but I can see cards that tell me that it might have something to do with that. Definitely had this skill. You've either had this skill all your life or you've been working towards this previously and don't know which way to go with it. You're very passionate about it, but there's some sort of, you need to go inside. You have the answers here. You have the answers here and you've got a brand new start, but you've got to go internally to think about it because they're saying you're using your head too much here and not your heart. It's something you love to do, but not necessarily, every time I look at this card I see cameras. It's something that you either have done that you can't get off the ground or you want to do and you just don't know which direction to go in anymore. You're just too, you need the money, so you keep going after the money rather than going after the thing you want. Anyway, you let me know how you've gone with that. And hopefully if it's not exactly what you want to hear, it may be that you need to ask questions. So please feel free to send some questions back to me and I'll see if I can clarify it even further for you. But I really think you know what you want to do here. It's just a matter of trusting where you're being led. Thanks, Rochelle.